Hi, Scott Russell. I wanted to talk a little bit about Trump, the political spectrum in the US. I'm give you a quick synopsis of me. I'm a son of a preacher. I spent my life ministering Christian faith. I stepped outside of organized church. I'm a dual US citizen. I spent 18 years in the US, lived in primarily Boston, Massachusetts area, Washington, D.C., Pensacola, Florida, and Half Moon Bay, San Francisco, and Redwood City. I have spent a year in Lisbon, Portugal area. I've ministered up through many parts of Africa and Asia, and I'm letting you know, you can only talk about what you've earned the right to talk about. And I've done some other videos on the political and why in America I believe things are going like they're going. But I want to ask you a few questions for your common sense. Why is the left, why is the Democratic Party imploding? Why are they gone so far left and they're absolutely destroying themselves almost beyond repair? The people that have been there have it's just all, the Democratic Party always stood for the poor. They stood to help people that were, impoverished. Now it's gone complete swing the other way. They are completely destroying things, open borders, bringing in people that are just not even worrying about the poor, the vets, all those sort of people. Why? Let me ask you why. And then we go the other side with Donald Trump, and I think Donald Trump has been, victimized. He's had so much bad happen to him. And I tell you now, it's planned. I ministered with a man for years, in an older man that was personally assigned to the President of the United States. He was a pastor. He preaches. He's still alive today. He was, and I knew him personally. I know him personally. He went through every elite force in the US military. He was personally assigned to the presidents of the United States in plain clothes. Nobody knew who he was. He couldn't exist on any record, and his job was to take care of things. These sort of people exist. If they didn't want Donald Trump there, he wouldn't be there. Donald Trump is somebody who is being purposely victimized, purposely made into a movement. Because like I've said on other videos, they need to bring in central bank digital currency. They is the World Economic Forum, the Bank of International Settlements, and the IMF. They have to. Look up the IMF. They have a digital currency tracker, CBDC tracker on their website. They have to do it. The fiat system that we have globally is dead. And if they can bring in a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, they can control movements. They can control what church you go to. They can control expiry dates on your money. They link it with a social credit score. They link it with all these things, and they're already doing it. They put expiry dates on your money. Taiwan experienced that. They will track every part of your life. Nothing else matters. There will be no left and right political spectrum. It'll just be whatever they want it to be, because the central bank digital currency gives them complete totalitarian control. How do you get that to happen in the USA? Because everybody would see it as a mark of the beast. All the conservative right would never accept it. It would be a mark of the beast. But you get a movement behind Donald Trump, and I'm not saying Donald Trump's bad. I'm just saying behind the scenes, they are resetting the world. They've told us this. They're not lying. They're saying this is the Great Reset. You've heard that, the Great Reset. Now, how many political people have said it? Biden is a member of the WEF. King Charles, a member of the WEF, a founding member of the WEF. And what are they saying? We are going to build back better. They're not lying, and they have so much drama going on because they are hiding the fact that there's a Great Reset that they're going to build back better. They're going to get such a movement behind Donald Trump like they've done with Javier Milei in Argentina. They did it, Javier Milei. They did it with Geert Wilder in the Netherlands. And what do? They've gone from far left to far right. People think, oh, great, we've got a reprieve. It's all about central bank digital currency. I want to ask you this. Why are the government like drunken fools with money? Why are they printing billions, trillions of dollars and giving them away? It makes no sense. It makes no sense unless you're trying to overinflate your currency and collapse it. The US dollar is in collapse. It's not going to collapse. It's in collapse. And as it's collapsing, we need to wake up and look at what's going on. The system is broken. They've told us it's a great reset. We're going to build back better. And how are you going to get the Americans to agree to that? The conservative right, a minister, I've preached in their churches all over the USA. How are you going to get them to agree to a digital currency? They're going to see it as the mark of the beast. You get a man like Donald Trump that is so idolized and made a hero from the right, and he's going to be handed an economy that's completely collapsed, a currency that's in collapse. And they're going to say, fix it. And Donald Trump's going to say, the only way we can fix this is central bank digital currency. And it'll make so much sense. People will do it because they think he's bigger than Jesus, many of these Christians. And he's not. God's in control of this. But if we don't pay attention, if we don't stand up and listen, there's a lot of pain coming down the pipeline. The economists, they're looking and saying, well, why are they doing, and they're so narrowed into their thinking of the what things are and getting them back to what they were. They've told you they are not bringing it back. They are going to collapse it, the Great Reset, and build back better. We are looking at a whole new economic system being brought up that they are going to bring in overnight. They don't give you warning. I have friends that were in Brazil when they switched from the Cruzeiro that was hyperinflated to the Real. They didn't give warning. You went to bed one night, you woke up the next day, the currency was gone. And the people that had millions of dollars in the bank, hundreds of thousands in the bank, gone. Oh, thank you. You gave it to the greater good. You gave it to the country. Thank you so much. And I tell you now, it is already happening. They are already giving us the warning. And if we don't want to heed it, then it's on us. But I can tell you now, think about it, the political side of things. Why is it that nobody's doing anything? That Donald Trump is getting persecuted so viciously, and it's gathering people to him of like, oh, that poor guy, this is wrong, and it is wrong. But they are setting us up. They are setting us up so that we will jump in with Donald Trump. When we jump in with Donald Trump, he will bring in a digital currency, and you will follow it. Most people will follow it because they want normal. We want normal. We want things to just be, just make them the way they were, and Donald Trump will make them the way they were. Donald Trump is going to bring in a central bank digital currency because he won't have a choice. Is he a globalist? I don't want to even get into that. But I believe he's a nationalist. I believe he's for the US. But it's going to make a lot of sense to him when they come and say, this is going to help the US. It's the only way out of this is to have a central bank digital currency. America, you're in for a digital currency. When they break the US, when they bring that in, they own the world because they've already got it everywhere else in the world set up and ready to go. Folks, now's the time to rise up. I tell you, it's not the mark of the beast, but it's a precursor to the mark of the beast. And as you read your scriptures, Revelation 9, says a mark on the forehead or the right hand. A mark on the forehead or the right hand. What is facial recognition? I know people here where I am currently in Canberra, Australia, already have a chip in their right hand. Friend, it's on its way. It's happening. Whether you like it or not, bury your head in the sand, you get burnt in the end. Pull your head out because there's none so deaf as those who refuse to hear, or none so deaf as those who refuse to see. See, hear, things are changing. Set things in motion, prepare yourself and get ready because the currency is in collapse.